The Ryzen 7 7700X is a mid-range CPU, but that works well in our favor for a budget build. There's very little competition in this price range, as Intel's 15th gen lineup doesn't impress much in terms of raw performance. It's also worth noting that the newer Ryzen 9000 chips aren't that big of an upgrade in terms of gaming performance. That leaves us with two choices for most budget builds: the Ryzen 5 7600X and the Ryzen 7 7700X. Both are great choices, with the 7700X being a bit more expensive. However, that higher price tag is put to good use, as the 7700X is faster in both productivity apps and games. In the long term, you'll benefit more from the 7700X. For the motherboard, I chose the modest ASRock B650M-H. Unlike high-end full ATX boards, this micro ATX option isn't exactly the flashiest board out there. However, you're looking at DDR5 support at up to 6,400 megatransfers per second. That's all you really need for Ryzen 7000, as 6,400 megatransfers per second tends to be the sweet spot. Other than that, it has an 8-phase power delivery configuration, 2 M2 slots, one of which supports PCIe 5.0 and features a heatsink, and 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports on the rear. It also features a BIOS flashback button and supports ASRock's Easy BIOS update functionality. While it's missing Wi-Fi, RGB, and some other flashier features, it's a solid board for the price that won't bottleneck performance. These savings also allow me to spend a bit on a great GPU. For the RAM, I decided to keep things simple with the Kingston Fury Beast 16GB kit. This is a DDR5 kit clocked at 6,000 megatransfers per second with a 36 CAS latency. Again, it doesn't feature any RGB, but it has the speed and reliability to keep our performance in games consistent. While it's not exactly 6,400 megatransfers per second, it overclocks well, and the heatsink has a low profile. Storage-wise, I landed on the Silicon Power UD90 1TB PCIe Gen 4 SSD. I recommend this drive as it's the best entry-level PCIe 4 SSD on the market. You get access to blazing fast speeds and decent capacity at a cheap price. It's a DRAM-less SSD, but that fortunately does not affect load times in games at all. To cool the Ryzen 7 7700X, I went with the Thermalright Phantom Spirit 120 SE air cooler. In my opinion, this is the best air cooler on the market, as it rivals many higher-end coolers at half the price. It has a beefy dual-tower design with two 120mm ARGB fans, and the noise levels never get too high. For the price, it's hard to beat. This is exactly why it's such a respected cooler among hardware enthusiasts and review outlets. Since I'm targeting 1080p and a bit of 1440p gaming with this build, the NVIDIA RTX 4060 was the immediate choice for the graphics card. It's got 8GB of GDDR6 VRAM, a boot clock of 2.5 GHz, and a respectable TDP of 115 watts. All of those numbers translate to great performance without a ridiculously high power draw. Paired with the 7700X, it can deliver stable 60 to 70 FPS in modern titles such as Elden Ring, Black Myth: Wukong, and Cyberpunk in 1080p at high settings. You can even get away with some 1440p gaming if you're fine with medium settings. Finally, if you play competitive games, this is an excellent choice, as you can achieve high frame rates in games like Fortnite at 1080p. As for the specific variant, I chose the MSI VENTUS 2X Black Edition. This is a sleek-looking card with an all-black design and a sturdy metal backplate. The cooler is well built, and the fans never get too loud. For the price, it's a great-looking and performing card that will be reliable for years to come. Powering all these components is the MSI Mag A650BN 650-watt power supply. It's an 80+ bronze certified PSU with nicely sleeved cables and a fan that doesn't produce much noise. Considering the entire system is so power efficient, 650 watts is more than enough and actually leaves a bit of headroom for small upgrades. Finally, all these components sit inside the compact Zalman S2 ATX mid-tower case. This chassis features a tempered glass side panel, an industrial front metal grille for great airflow, a separate enclosure for the power supply, and 3 pre-installed case fans. For the price, it's an excellent case that provides plenty of airflow and a minimal aesthetic. Putting all of the components together, we have a very robust gaming PC that comes in at just $900. It will be more than capable for any modern game at 1080p today, and the performance will remain good for several years down the line. On top of that, we have great cooling, excellent power efficiency, and a sleek, minimal appearance. Thanks for watching. I hope my suggestions have inspired you to create your own Ryzen 7 7700X build. Remember, you can check the prices for each component mentioned in the description below. And if you're interested in more PC building suggestions and hardware reviews, be sure to check out more of my videos. Before you go, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to stay updated, and let me know your opinion and suggestions in the comments. See you in the next one.